Atlanta, live from K.L.P Studios. Shish. Ever wonder what went down behind the scenes of our top stories?
Say what?
Then tune into What Had Happened Was, the only radio station that takes you straight to the source. From coast to coast, tune in now as we dive deep into the stories, the drama, and the moments that shape the culture with
The Swanky One, new K.L.P.
and
with your girl, Evelyn Letitia.
live, Swanky 93.3 and the Heat 94.6 radio stations, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey, that kind of sounds like that thing.
That's how I glide in
Hey,
What had happened was,
too.
ladies and gentlemen,
what had happened,
the goofiness is setting in.
what had happened was,
We back again in the studio on a set
what
of
had happened was,
I'm your girl, Evelyn Letitia, and my homie, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas Patterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we back.
We back.
Back in
We
the most
busy.
credible way.
what had happened was,
Bring you another live episode of, the one and only podcast where we keep it real.
what had happened was,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Goofiness is setting in, E. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting podcast here today. This is the What Had Happened Was
what had
podcast,
happened was,
and I'm your gracious, your highly favored, humble, blessed, healthy, well-rested podcast show host, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas, and to my right, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful, the talented, the singer, the actress, the producer, executive producer. I mean, she got many titles to her.
Cha.
Evelyn Letitia.
What's
In
up,
the building.
peoples? I'm in the building.
I like to do the floss. I don't know what the
Hold
sparkle.
on. Let me get my sparkle again. Woo!
I think I'm more like this is better than this. It's like
Yeah.
kind of rain down on the.
It makes me feel like Mufasa.
Yeah. Welcome guys to another exciting, funny podcast here today. We're comedians on today's episode. No, I'm kidding. E,
Yeah.
what's been going on since last week?
Child, I've been catching up on some rest.
Yes.
Had the load out of one show that just ended, $1 Million Quartet.
Hey.
Greenville Center Stage. I did the set dressing and props for that, so we had to deconstruct that show so they can get ready for the next show. But that, still working out, still staying fit. Just grinding behind the scenes. That's what
what had happened was,
has been going on with me. What's been going on with thee?
I like it. What's been going on with me? A lot has been going on. So tonight we got another football game tonight. Very, very excited for that. We've got, we are partnered with East Forsyth High School. A lot of people know I film part on the side with K.L.P Entertainment. We are signed to we broadcast football games for the NFHS network. And what that network is, a lot of people ask, what's that network? Think about your favorite high school sport, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, volleyball, whatever. But then you have your favorite high school team and you get to watch their game on that network. So it's like the high school sports for Netflix is technically what that network is about. So we're partnered with them. We're partnered with Huddle. Huddle is the system that we use to broadcast our games to the network, just to kind of get the distribution part down there. It's been very, very humbling being part of the production team, being the head producer and, broadcasting that out. So we got another one tonight. Last week we had rain delay and I was tired when we did the last week's episode.
Rendezvousing after midnight.
But that was a great broadcast as well. New music. I'm working on new music.
Okay.
Me and Sky Love. Let me tell y'all about this album real quick. So We're in Love. It is a collab album. I've got a range of songs. Sky Love, I think you guys are going to love her the most. I mean, I'm the singer, artist, producer. Yes, I have some songs that I, recorded too. But Sky Love put her vocal range into this song, in her songs. So that album's getting ready to come out. So We're in Love. And there's a surprise.
I like surprises.
You know, I'm working. We're working. The music didn't stop. You guys might get a deluxe version of this album. And I can announce it by the time I get it. 19 total songs in this deluxe.
Okay.
So I added, it was 10 songs for bass that you guys are going to be able to hear, but we're working on 9 more tracks for the deluxe version. So love to work on music. Filming is going really, really well. I later on, I'm going to kind of talk about this documentary that I'm working on because we do have a segment that's a part of it later. So I'll dabble into that. Just grinding behind the scenes as well. Board member on the Isaiah Stewart Foundation, our business partner, Tony, which you might have met.
Yes.
They started the foundation, and that's what the documentary is kind of a part of that. So we've been working with the foundation, medical companies going strong. So it's been a lot of work going, a lot of things going around. When Broco Podcast ATL, that's our sports show with me and T and Jackson and our other correspondents. So that show has been kicking off really well too. So it's been busy.
Yeah, and you said something that just triggered something in my mind.
Yeah.
You talked about music, and I do have a gig coming up. My homegirl, she's a part of this band called the Vinyl Junkies.
Hey, I like that name.
Yeah, and
I love that name.
She is also an actress and everything, so she's done musicals and stuff, and some other kind of work like that. And right now, she is in a musical production of The Prince of Egypt over at Malden Cultural Center, which is in Malden, South Carolina. And so just like earlier in the year, like back in May, she was the lead as Dolores in Sister Act. And so I filled in with her band, and did a few gigs with them. And so I'm going to be doing another gig with them on the 29th in my alma mater's backyard in Clemson, South Carolina. So I get to perform again with the Vinyl Junkies. And when I tell you, this band is phenomenal. Like, they got a horn section.
Oh, my.
And I'm talking trumpet, trombone. They got a wind section, sax. He has 3 different types of saxophones. We got synthesizers. We got the drummer on the drum set. Keyboard player, bass player, lead guitarist, and then you got 3 people up front singing. So I'm filling in for my homegirl K.L.P while she's in The Prince of Egypt. And that's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to the Vinyl Junkies. We be out there having a good old ball.
Yeah. I love that name. That name is so
dope. It's called
dope.
the Vinyl Junkies, and they do everything from blues, pop,
hey,
all kinds of stuff. I have a good
recording
time
artist too.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's dope. That's dope. We got to get it. To the music lovers out there, me starting music, I've started it, I trained and studied it in 2019. Wasn't good at it. I sucked. We sucked.
You said self-awareness.
Self-aware. And like my friends would listen to my very, very old songs, to which I took down because I didn't like them. And there was a song called Platinum Girl. And my friends like, "You be my platinum girl," and he just was teasing me. I was like, "Oh gosh, okay." It's I'm learning how to do this music thing, okay? And then because I rapped in that old album, it's called Swanky Wood.
Okay, Swanky Wood.
It's nowhere because I took it down. But
never mind. I was about to be.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm curious.
I was about to say Swanky Wood.
Yeah.
I was like, does wood have more than one connotation to it?
Oh, no. Nah, it's like Hollywood.
Okay.
I know what you mean. No,
that was
like ain't that type
of... the wood swanky.
Ain't that type of music. Nah. But it was called Swanky Wood.
Okay.
And, I would rap and then do some harmonies on that album. I took it down, folks. Don't try to look for it. It's nowhere. I took it down because it wasn't.
He said it don't exist.
Listen to Soft Guy Season, right? That's one of my new albums, right? That's an album you should listen to. But yeah, I've trained to do music in 2019. Wasn't good at it. And then I revisited last 2 years I did it, but then our old distribution, we had some troubling with them, and they disrupt our whole catalog. So very, very sad for those guys. For the guys who know, we did Welcome to Real Love. That was an album last year, but distribution went down. And then we studied music again, and then I started to do more music now, and I've been getting better at it. So I stuck with it, and then I met Sky Love, and then other artists and other producers and engineers. Let me tell you, those sound engineers are pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. I'm able to sign, and I find engineers on like Fiverr. You heard of Fiverr?
I've heard
you
of
can
it. Yeah.
go into Fiverr and say, hey, I need to tune this up. Can you tune this up? And they was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then they won't charge me so much to do it. So it was very, very good. So So We're in Love's coming out very soon, guys. I think y'all gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one.
Well, now that we have caught up a little bit,
Yes.
let's go
What had
into
happened was
our first segment today.
Let's talk about it.
This came across on Facebook. So sometimes when I'm on Facebook, I tell you this all the time. There'll be different topics that come up, and I'll actually just save them for live discussions later. And so I'm in this group on Facebook, and somebody reshared this particular post, and I just want to preference this that this young lady that made the post, the original post, she goes by Shanlavelle James, and her page says Real Life Stories. So I don't know if she's making up these stories for engagement or these are true stories. So I'm just gonna tell y'all that before I read what the story says. But that's her name on Facebook, Shanlavelle James. She says Real Life Stories. So this is what came up in the group when it was reposted. Her post was reposted. It says, I had been dating this lady's husband, and she found out about me. She called my phone with that woman-to-woman nonsense, and I respectfully told her I'm married too, so at least she doesn't have to worry about her husband leaving her. The man and I had an agreement. We were each other's good time, but we're happy with our spouses. She's lucky it's me because another woman would have taken her husband. All I did was borrow him. When I read that, all I said was, how dare you? You fucking like what? The audacity is high with this one. I'm just like, first of all, how you gonna say we were each other's good time, but we're happy with our spouses? I don't know how those two things can go together.
I don't either.
Because if I'm happy with my spouse, we'll take it down a level. I'm happy with my significant other, because everybody reading this or listening probably they may not be married. But I'm happy with my significant other. But let me go and find a good time with somebody else. What?
If I'm happy with my significant other, ain't nobody but you, baby. It's all you, baby. I ain't looking at nobody. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Ain't nobody but you. I'm looking. My eyes are totally on you.
I'm like, we're talking about a good time, baby. We can be at the house. I got good times.
Yes.
I got.
Let me tell you.
You want a good time? Big E will give you a good time. I have never had, like, like you said, if I'm happy in my relationship and I'm happy with my significant other, there is nothing in me that needs to go look for a good time somewhere. Because I'm like, babe, ooh, this thing right here happened. Like, let's go, blah, blah. And if you can't share a good time with a person that you are most vulnerable with and is in your most intimate space, then you really aren't happy with that person the way that you claim you are.
You're not.
And then the audacity to say she's lucky it's me because another woman would have taken her husband. Half of you did take her husband.
She got it. He got it.
I mean, it may not be full time, but you're taking him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, what? You ain't got to worry about him leaving you because I'm married too. I was like,
that is the most. Now I wonder, does for the girl that she took the husband or had a good time with the husband, do she go and take her man? How would that happen?
I'm like, right? Okay, because she said she's married too. Yeah. Now, what if this, like you said, what if this man that you're sleeping with, his wife go and take your husband?
Then what you gonna do?
Go and your husband be her good time.
I know what she might do, and I'm just joking. That's my man. Why you messing with my man? And then it ends up with a frenzy, right? Because it always happens, right? I don't understand that dynamic. That is very, very weird in my opinion. And yes, you did take somebody else's significant other.
She said all I did was borrow him.
Borrow. This ain't a rental place. So you can just borrow and put back on the shelf when you get done with it. What if that man has some feelings, like get feelings attached to the girl that bought him? Right? Because then now he might say to his girl, like, hey, I know we're married, but like, I'm feeling this girl. I'm in love with this girl. Then that's a whole heap of mess right there, right?
People gonna get enough playing around with people like this. There was somebody just sent me something on Facebook. Let's see if I can find it real quickly because it just sent it to me, where it says man attacks. Hold on. Man attacks and kills federal judge for affair with wife. Cuts off his penis.
Oh no! Ouch.
And in this particular clip,
that's scary.
Clearly, when it starts, this man is he's stumbling into frame, and his arm looks like it's either broken or shattered, and the guy that's chasing has a gun, which looks like some type of rifle. So clearly, this man like he's been shot. And then after he goes down, the man hits him several times with this gun, and then stabs him multiple times. Oh, wow. And I'm like, but y'all still out here playing with people's husbands and wives. Y'all still think this is a game. That good time you trying to have with somebody else, man or woman, could be your last good time.
Yeah, it could be. Because let me tell you, people are crazy.
A crime of passion?
Yeah. People who are in love with their significant others and they stepping out on them, they'll kill for their loved ones. I haven't seen it happen, but I've seen it on social media that it does happen. And it's just one of those things that look, from my point of view too, because I see it in any setting, whether I'm out or even in the gym, right? Mm-hmm. If I see a cute girl that I'm very interested in, but I clearly see that she with a dude, a man, she'll try it. She'll be like, "Oh," I'm like, I saw you with Bobby over there. Nope.
You might get me caught up.
You might get me caught up, and then you got this swole. He was swole too, big swole dude, bigger than me. And like, oh nope, I'm good on that.
It's like a scene in the Five Heartbeats. I don't know if you ever seen that movie.
Long time
when
ago,
JT was flirting with, there's him and his brother was doing this thing. JT and Duck, they played this thing called Shy Guy. Yeah. But one of them act shy and the other one tried to be the wingman. But JT ended up taking the girl, right? Yeah. And then next thing you know, you see her man come through with drinks. He sits his drink down. He said, "Every night I gotta prove my love." And he walks on screen. Yeah, he got this commotion. Yeah. Like they're fighting. I'm like, keep messing around with these. But I'm reading through some of these comments. A young lady says, "And you're proud of this. If you love your spouse as you say you do, he should always be your good times."
Yep.
Somebody else says, "The wife didn't need to call her. She should have called a lawyer. Then everybody would be happy."
Yep.
Someone says, "Yeah, I don't buy this because what married person is going to post this about themselves?" That particular one, back in the day, that would make sense. But the boldness of people nowadays
people
don't care. They don't care until they're staring down the barrel of a gun.
Yeah.
They don't care until they're being held at knife point. They don't care until they're losing their jobs or their finance. Then all of a sudden they care. But people are so bold.
Yeah.
An affair used to be something that was in the dark and secretive, and these people don't care no more. So, like, I get what she's saying that no married person will post this, but I don't put it past people. Like, no. Yeah. No.
Also, I also blame it on, and I think we kind of semi-touched on this on last week's episode, but I wonder, and she looks very young, is it the young couples, the young married couples? Because I've been on the notion, and I got cleared to talk more about it from my sister because she's recently married. So I try not to shame young marriage too much because my sister is young, and Jake and DM, we love y'all. Y'all different. Y'all live in different.
And whatever he about to say, I had no part.
Yeah, it's different. It's different category because they are avid listeners. But I wonder, is it a dynamic of? It seems like to me, besides my sister and Jake, besides them, they're different. A lot of people who are getting married young, they only last 2 to 4 years of marriage because somebody's stepping out. So I wonder in this dynamic, if this setting is true, is it because they got married so young and they don't really know each other, and then they're creeping out and they're seeing other people? Because I've seen it in my friend circle, I'll say, that a lot of my friends who get engaged or who are married, they don't last until like 2 years, or they even break out the engagement because they're young. They don't know about marriage yet. They don't know each other. Yeah. So I wonder, is this the same dynamic with this set of people, these two couples?
Well, to that, I will say this. I don't think age and people, age is as heavy as a factor in why people are not staying married. As far as like, oh, they got married young and they divorced some 2 or 3 years later. Yeah. I don't think it's the age thing because infidelity is not a new thing.
Yeah, that's
right.
True. That's true.
the older generation, one of the reasons why they stayed together so long doesn't mean that one or both parties were always faithful. It's just that women are in a whole different, level of independence that they did not have back then.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, if your man was cheating and had a family across town or stuff, but he controlled all the finances, you didn't work. Women just were allowed to start having bank accounts like in the 50s or 60s, something like that, and credit cards, like 70s. So like all of this independence that women have now, they didn't have back then. So a lot of women who were getting cheated on, it was like you either knew about it and you didn't do anything about it because you couldn't, or you just was totally in the dark and didn't find out until you got to the funeral that, oh, by the way, your husband got 5 other kids on the outside that just showed up to the funeral that you didn't know about. Yeah. So I don't think it's so much as a age thing. I think it's more access that, for one, if somebody starts cheating, women can be like, oh, I'm out. Like, because I got a degree to fall. Most women are more educated now. I have a degree to fall back on. I have my own bank account, my own money. I don't have to sit here and take this.
As a joke, that sucks for us good guys, because sometimes we lose when somebody's been hurt, when a girl's been hurt by a bad dude. I don't need a man. I got my car. I got my own. And it's like, oh, we're not all like that.
Yeah.
But besides the point.
Yeah. But I think it's more so that it's not that infidelity is new or that because young people are getting married at a younger age that puts them more at risk of getting divorced. I just think they have more avenue to go through divorce, whereas the older generation, especially as it pertains to women, just didn't have that. Like, you caught your man cheating, and most of them would tell him, where you gonna go? You can't go. I make the money. I do this.
You see that in movies too. But
so it's like, I think it's more so that, in this case, again, based off of how her Facebook page says, real life stories and stuff, I don't know if these are her real life stories or she just, reposting somebody else's story, or she making these up for engagement. Because nowadays,
that's good writing,
when it comes to social media, everything is about content, clickbait, what can get people enraged, what can get people talking about it.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to take it with a grain of salt, right?
And I also wonder from this story too, if it's story or if it's real, for her to go with her another man, what happened to the man? So she says, I'm taking this other man for a good time. So are you saying that your husband is boring or average or vanilla?
No. According to her, we're happy with our spouses.
See, that's the thing.
There's a contradiction there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Because he had to be vanilla or boring if you had to go find somebody else to have a good time.
Look, right? I'm gonna continue to say this.
Right?
Most people won't figure this out or get to know this person because my level of I'm good, love, thank you, is real high. My BS meter is real high. But if you make it on this side, you gonna love it over here. Cause he is a good time, baby. Yeah. I'm a great time.
What's your definition? And it doesn't have to be, it don't have to be sexual because
who said anything about sex?
We're a PG show, but like I want to know, and I can name what my definition of a good time with a significant other, but I want to get your take first. What's your definition of a good time? First
of all, a good time for me is we're both engaging in things that we both enjoy, right? It doesn't mean that everything we do, we both enjoy those things prior, like the same things prior to getting together, but we're open about sharing each other's experiences at the very least. Yeah. So like if I love bowling and you've never been bowling, let me introduce you to this. Let's go to traveling, getting out, being spontaneous. If we're at home, let's sing some songs, karaoke. We acting goofy and funny together. Let's read a book together and discuss it. Let's cuddle and take a nap and just talk about, or talk about how our day is or what our plan for the future is. There's plenty of ways that you can have a good time with your significant other. It has to be specific. It's like I was whispering. I said,
talk to a cat. Come here.
Talk to that fast. But it has to have to be specific to you and your partner and what makes you both happy, either together or separately, that y'all can introduce things to each other. A lot of times what people end up doing is they'll get with somebody who they may not have a whole lot in common with, which is not bad because you can start to learn things about each other's common interests.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're getting with people who not even open to learn about your common interests. Then you feel like you're stuck and this person's boring and they don't never want to do nothing. They don't never want to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And that might be true. And y'all just might not be compatible. Because my thing is, we don't have to, like, when you meet somebody, you're not going to always like every single thing right up front that each other like to do. But at least be open-minded to, oh, let's try this. Let's go here. Let's, you know. So for me, a good time is somebody who's spontaneous. They're open-minded. They like adventure.
Yeah.
When we get to an intimate space, you know, I like to hold hands and, you know, kiss and nibble and bite and
nibble and bite.
And, you know, I like to do a little bit of adventurous stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to be different people behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I like to have scenarios and role plays and you know, but it's not, like you said, it's not just the sexual component. It's all the other stuff that I talked about too.
That's awesome.
That's a good time for me.
I think a good time for me is I do love going out to eat, but I don't like going to like the super expensive restaurants all the time on every date because number one, it becomes costly. Yeah. And number two, it's like, okay, I want to see you in a fancy restaurant, but I wanted to see you in Subway. I never really would take a girl to Subway like that, but like, let's go to a fancy one, but let me see what you're like on the not so fancy restaurant, right? Because for me, that can determine that, okay, you're here for me. If you say, okay, we can just go Chick-fil-A, that's fine. Yeah. You want to sit in, we can stay away from the house and just talk. Yeah. I want to see that. Gym for me. If you fitness, if you like to work out, I mean, I
like activity.
Yeah, activity, fitness. This one thing I started to do, there's a park called Alexander Park that I walk, and I'm gonna start riding there too. So if you like to go on a park ride, you like to ride the bicycle, like, because I've seen those in the park, the couples riding bikes together, and it's the cutest thing. This is wishful thinking. Good time video games. If you like video games, oh, I forgot God.
All of that stuff, like hands-on stuff.
Yeah.
Even when you're talking about the restaurants, about not going to the expensive places.
Right.
If you know what you like to eat off that menu, and you know what they like to eat, try to make it at home together.
Cooking.
People, when people hear the word intimacy, a lot of times they only think in terms of physical intimacy. But intimacy can be something as simple as let's cook together.
That is, you read my mind. I want to cook for a girl, but if we cooking together, I'm flipping the chicken, she's cutting up the greens, or she's making the rice, and we just having that casual conversation.
We got some good old school music going, and we
some
cutting
wine
up, and you know the stove, the water is boiling on the stove, and we preparing and seasoning.
We're romantic people, guys. But I dream for that for the very longest time. It hasn't happened yet. I feel like hopefully it's coming soon. But it's that, or if we're watching TV, but like we're watching it, but then we talk about it.
Yes.
It's just like, I don't know. This is one of those things that I genuinely, for me, that's a good time. And then if we're getting intimate, hand holding, what you say, kissing and nibbling and sucking, I would want to do that too. You know,
yes, Lord.
That's steamy. But just to tell my girl that I love her at night, you know, and just cuddle and just talk and cuddle. That is a definition of a good time, in my opinion, as well. So.
Like I literally, one of the things I do, I love to laugh, you know. So us laugh, like if I had a book with dad jokes in it, and we each took turns reading one, just to see if we could break the other person to make them laugh. Like that stuff is like being goofy, or if one of us or both of us had a hard day, let's put a record on and slow dance in the living room.
Yes.
Like,
and then massage each other.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So like it's things like that. Like this, if you really want to have a good time with your significant other, there are ways. There are ways, but both of you have to be open to those having a good time together, right? And I just like I hope that this isn't a true story, but if it is, I hope both of their spouses find out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and contact your lawyer.
contact your lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah, ask for that.
Go ahead and get that together.
I've seen it in movies too. Like if somebody, and you know, I don't wish ill will, but if they get divorced and then their other spouses start talking to each other, like, well, yeah, he cheated on me. Well, she cheated on me too. Well, you want to go out?
There's a guy that commented. He said, "Not that I believe any of this crap, but." She said that the wife called her with this nonsense. He said, "Ma'am, you are the nonsense."
That's funny.
And no lies were detected.
Yeah. So, yep.
That's crazy.
That is one of those crazy things. Comment below what y'all would do.
Yeah.
And I would say too, if you're gonna step out, and I don't encourage that, make sure you turn those locations off.
Yes, because why?
What had happened was
Instagram.
About to get y'all caught the up.
Yeah.
You best to be caught up.
And I would say it's nothing new that Instagram is doing because Snapchat has done this years before. I would tell y'all right now, and I ain't got no girlfriend. I'm hoping, ladies, I'm single.
Hold on, let me. First of all, Kennedy Lucas Patterson is single. Ladies, if you are interested, please jump in our DMs for WHHW Radio 1 on Instagram or What Had Happened podcast on Facebook. We'll make sure we get those connections. Now, when you do DM us, make sure you single. Single, meaning nobody out there believes you belong to them. You don't belong to nobody. They don't belong to you. You single.
Single with no kids.
You don't want, because you don't want his big sis E to put her hands on you.
Single with no kids, please.
He said he preferred no kids.
Not at this
He
moment.
said he ain't trying to do the stepdad right now.
Yeah. Nah, but don't forget to plug the hotline. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So Snapchat has done the share my location, and where I was going with this is, you know, I have no secrets. I have nothing to hide, but I always keep my locations off because even though I have a lot of friends and family members, I mean, we're semi-celebrity. I mean, filmmaker, actress, actor. You know, we in the industry. And I'm sure nobody ain't going to just pop up on me or Evelyn. But I like to keep my locations off because I don't want people knowing where I am. The only shared location that I share is my siblings. If I am traveling out of town, hey, my location's on so you can know where I was. Last week when I had that football game that was delayed, Ryan, my little brother, they were like, hey, I was just checking in on you because you said you were going out and then you're still there and it's like 12 o'clock midnight. What's going on? You know, things like that. I share my location with family members if I'm traveling or if I'm out of town. Same thing with my close friends. We went to Punta Cana recently back in June. We turned our shared location on just in case if I wanted to go to the beach or if Connor wanted to go outside the resort, somebody wanted to go, we know where people were. Yeah. But when it comes down to social media, my Snapchat location is off. Instagram has this new feature now that you can share your locations in their maps. Yeah. And I went through it just to turn all of it out. And I had to make sure because I've got mine. I've got What Happened Was Radio, Instagram. I got the 2 radio stations. I got my photography. I got the Isaiah Stewart Foundation.
Turn all of them off.
I had to turn all of those off because some of those accounts are shared with business partners. Mm-hmm. So for the Isaiah Stewart Foundation, one of our business partners, like I could see, and I know where they live, but I could see where they live. Like, let's turn that off because my location's on there, their location's on there. That's not really a good sign because I don't want people just knowing where I'm at. Yeah. Because I could be, I could be doing some business and people knowing. But Instagram's getting people caught up.
Yeah. And for me, I don't. Like, the only time you will probably know my exact location is, like, when I'm out doing karaoke and I'll put up, like, karaoke night. I'm at, there's a place I go to on Mondays sometimes called 1243. I'm at 1243. I don't mind doing that. Right. Because I'm in a place that there's a whole bunch of people. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of people there that know me. So if you come up there acting stupid, you don't know who about to stump you out over some E because these people be loving some E. So you come up there acting fool if you want to, right? On top of me being able to, I can defend myself, but there's a lot of people in that facility that are going to ride for me. So, like, things like that, I don't mind. Even with us being here in the studio. Yeah. My locations are turned off, but there's nothing for me to say, we're in the studio because no one knows this address. No one. And right? You guys will never will. and the only time I actually share my location with friends, if I'm going on a date, and this is my first, smart. This is my first time going out with this person. I have an Android, and on ours there's an SOS feature that you can turn on. And so with that feature, there's 4 people that you can list as your emergency contact. So if anything goes wrong, there's a certain way I can alert it. It will send a picture to those 4 contacts. It'll take a front picture and a back picture at the same time.
Wow.
So it's timestamp and you see the location where I'm at. It will send my exact coordinates at that moment in time.
Whoa.
And it will record like 10 to 15 seconds of audio. So that if something happens, you got a place to get, like your 4 emergency contact people, they have something to get to the police that they can start. Like, where's the last time we saw her, where her phone was and everything. But anytime I turn that feature on and I'm going on the first date, I always call or text my 4 contacts to let them know, hey, I'm going on this date. That. So they'll know if they get it, whether it's for real or a false alarm or something. Now, the problem is, sometimes I will forget to turn it off. Like, I'll have this date, and, I'll let them know at the end of the night, the date went good, I'm about to go to bed, so they'll know that I made it home safely. Yeah. And I'll forget to turn the feature off. Then my phone will be in my bag or something 2 days later, rolling around, and that button or whatever, it's been hit. And so I'll have my phone on, vibrate. I'll go back to pick it up, do something. My friend will text me 2 times, hey, I'm about to send this to police. Like, let me know you okay. I just got an SOS thing. And I'm like, oh no, false alarm. My bad. I forgot to turn it off. Like,
my bad. I forgot to turn it off.
Turn it off. But I have friends who they have significant others where they keep I think they have iPhones or something where they keep share my location. Which I get that some people do it for safety, especially if you got kids. A lot of people do that.
That makes sense.
But I don't know. I'm the most faithful person that you would find in a relationship, but it's something weird about for me, I ain't saying my friends are weird, but it's something weird for me with my spouse or significant other knowing where I am every second of my move. I can't even, and it's even more weird for me if they know my every movement, and then they text me, what are you doing on that side of town? Like, because now I feel like I'm a teenager and why is you checking up on me? How you don't know I'm over here planning something for you, like a surprise? Yeah. And that makes it difficult too. Like, one of my homegirls, I'm like, I told one of my homegirls, because they're I call my big sis, they're married. I said, if I ever wanted to do plan a surprise party or something for either one of y'all, I said, I don't know how to meet up with one of y'all without the other knowing, because y'all share location. And then I said, then if you leave your phone, you can't be like, well, I forgot, I left my phone, because then the other one no, you don't never leave your phone. Like, you lying now. Yeah. So it's like, I wouldn't even know how to plan a surprise party, because y'all sharing locations every and stuff. Time. Because I've been with one, and what's she doing over there?
Or if you wanted to take that one friend out just for dinner, just that one friend without the other friend.
And I'm just, and let me tell you, something like this happened. So yesterday I had to work. And my last client of the day, when I got to his house, he has cameras outside. Okay, cool. And then I get inside the house. It's just me and him or whatever. And I'm starting his assessment and asking him questions. He gets a phone call. And it's his significant other. And so, because he said they've been together a long time, but he said we're common law married, but we're not really married. So she calls in the middle of our assessment. I mean, I've been at the house maybe 5 minutes at this point. Yeah. And he said, oh, let me call you back. The lady's here for my appointment. And I heard her say, oh, lady? He said, yeah, the lady with my insurance and stuff like that, she here. And she said, oh, okay. Like that. Like, I could hear her. It's like she didn't have an attitude, but she was just like, okay. Yeah. And she hangs up. So we go back. I'm asking him questions, when was the last time you had a flu shot, blah, blah, blah. And I hear this noise go like that. I look, I said, what was that? He said, oh, that's my camera. And he pointed up. There's a camera right there. He was like, somebody peeking in. Her. In my head, I immediately go, I know this woman ain't checking up on us. See, stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want no partner that this man, he's getting an in-home physical with a healthcare professional. Yeah. And you looking in. Yeah. Now, you doing when he pointed that out, so now I'm like, I don't know how long she was looking in. Like, once she looked in, did she glance in and then go about her business? Yeah. Or did she watch us the entire time? Like, that felt creepy to me. Yeah. In my head, I'm going, let me hurry up and get out of this house, because It just felt weird.
felt
Like
off.
somebody's watching
Yeah.
you all the time. It's bad enough we already know Big Brother watching us.
Yeah.
Like the government, the feds be watching. We know y'all.
You probably
Look,
listen to the podcast
we
right
know
now.
y'all listening on our cell phones too.
Yeah.
A booga booga booga.
I know. If I talk about one thing that I'm thinking about buying, it's gonna show up like, "Hey, we saw that you were thinking
We got this
about
on
this."
Amazon.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, that just felt weird to me yesterday. Like he's somebody checking the camera, and he said somebody, but I knew the way he looked at me. I knew he wanted to say, "Oh, she checking the camera,"
checking.
but I knew that anyway because I could hear her voice the way she said, oh, "Okay."
Okay.
And that's the thing.
I see what
I
you're
don't
doing.
ever want to have a partner that I feel like I got to check your location every 5
Nah.
seconds. I gotta peek in for
Nah.
you when you're having an in-home, health assessment. Like,
Nah. For me, and we a little bit touched on it last week. For me, with whoever could be my girlfriend, like, give me some space.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you're doing. Just don't cheat on me. But like, if you gotta go handle some grown up bit, you do you, boo. I ain't gonna check in on you.
Yeah.
Have a good day. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like the clingy. Where you at? You get up. I saw that you got up. I'm just going to the bathroom.
yeah.
Like,
Like, I don't mind checking in. Like, hey, babe, how's your
Yeah,
day going?
how's your day
It's going
going?
good. You got anything going on specific? Well, I just got this. Okay, well, call me or hit me back when you get
Yeah,
some
when
free
you ready.
time. That type of stuff I don't mind.
Yeah.
But every 5 seconds, what you do? Where you at now? Why
Where you
you
at
on
now?
that side of town? Who all over
Who
there?
you with?
Like, I'm like, God.
saw this picture of this girl. Who is that? My sister. You met her.
Oh my gosh. I do not miss that in relationship.
Nah.
When I say I do not miss that. Who that?
Who that? That's my
don't
mother.
I kid you not. I literally used to have people that would walk up to, because people do this to me still.
Yeah.
People will walk up to me and like, oh my gosh, you have such a beautiful face and smile. Your spirit is so beautiful. I was like, oh, thank you so much. People would do that to me when I was in a relationship.
Oh.
And my significant other at the time would like, play. I was, oh, well, this is my fiance, this is my boyfriend, this is my husband.
Yeah.
Like at some point, he was all of those things at some
Right.
point in life. And okay, well, you have a beautiful woman. Okay, thank you. And then they would leave. Who was that?
Who's that?
How do I know?
No.
We just met them at the same time. Like, I was like, I do not miss that. Oh my gosh, I don't miss that.
I don't get it.
But who that was?
Who that?
How you know them? Hey.
How you know it? We worked on a project together.
Oh my, I don't miss that to say I don't miss it at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sharing that location, which segues into our next little thing.
Hey.
There was a show on Netflix.
Yeah.
One of my homegirls.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to her.
Oh yeah.
She just put me on there. She said, "Girl, you gotta watch this show. This show is called The Hunting Wives."
Oh, so good.
It's 8 episodes.
Yes.
So if you got Netflix, it's on Netflix.
Mhm.
It's 8 episodes. It was really good, the twists and turns. Now, some of the characters was pissing me off. I was like, y'all making this, oh my God, just dumb. Just dumb. But you watched it, right?
I have. So Brittany Snow, let me tell you about Brittany Snow. She's a great actress. Now, I've seen her the very first, and I'm sure she was in more movies before this one.
And she's the one that I said was working my nerves.
Oh, she was working my nerves a little bit.
If you get a chance, if you watching it or will watch it,
Yeah.
her character's name is Sophie.
Sophie.
And you gonna see why she gets on your
Sophie
nerves. I was like,
Just dumb.
dumb.
But let me tell you, I first saw her in this movie called John Tucker Must Die. That was my first time seeing her.
Oh, okay, I remember that movie.
You remember
It's been
that
a long while since I've seen it, yeah.
time ago. And then a couple years later, she did this horror thriller movie called Prom.
Okay.
I think we went to theaters to see both these movies with my sisters because they were big Brittany Snow fans. And when John Tucker Must Die, obviously that's like the teen girl flick that every teen girl wanted to go see, and we had to go see it too. So, good movie back then. But now you see Brittany Snow in something like this, and to see much more range of her acting is quite amazing. So Sophie O'Neill, that's Brittany Snow's character, moves into the deep East Texas, of course, and succumbs to societal Margot's charm. We'll talk about Margot in just a few seconds. Her life is soon consumed by obsession, seduction, and murder. So not only you get because when I first saw the first snippets of this episode or the series, I thought it was going to be kind of a soapy one, but no, it's a thriller. and they got me hooked. They got me pulled in.
It's a thriller, and
got me pulled in.
They're like, if you're a type person who does not like same-sex engagement between women, this might not be the show for you because there's some sex scenes.
It's steamy.
There's some between men and
It's
women
steamy.
as well. Like, but just know that that's there, and it's very steamy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're somebody who do like them, you're gonna enjoy it. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get back to Margot in a second. But there was 2 other characters that, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, where do I know them from?
Yeah.
So one of the characters, Katie Lowes, or Lowes, however she pronounced her last name, she plays the character Jill. As soon as I saw her, I was like, where do I know her from? Mm-hmm. She played on Scandal with Kerry Washington. Her her character was Quinn, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen her. In fact, that's the only thing I remember her from is Scandal. And Scandal's been off the air for some years now. Yeah. But I saw her. I was like, oh, okay, I know her. I know her right away. The other person that I recognized right away, she played the role of Star, is Chrissy Metz. And she was on This Is Us. She played Kate.
It's a good show too. It was that show. I remember watching that show.
I hated that it ended. I hated
that it ended too.
Oh my god!
Because I think Sterling K. Brown was in that show too, and he was phenomenal in that show. And
yeah, she played Kate Pearson.
It was a sad show. Sad but good, but very riveting, very storytelling. It was very, very.
But
good.
Those are 2 of the name people that I recognize right away. But Malin Ackerman, who plays Margot Banks in this series, when I tell you Margot is boss lady in this. Mm-hmm. Margot is boss lady, and we talked kind of about boss those. Lady. We talked about those steamy scenes, right? Let me say this: I've always been able to identify women of any race who are beautiful. I'm like, oh, she's beautiful. But as far as attraction, it's always been black women for me. I've never been attracted to white women, still ain't. But in this series, them sex, I was like, Margot body is teeth. With the I said, yeah.
I'm gonna create a button for that.
I was like, oh yeah, we got to do that. I'm gonna have to record it. So we got, yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like, this woman's body is, I was like, I ain't no better than a man.
And let me tell you something about, and I don't want to get, hopefully my ladies, I don't, you guys don't find this like sexist or gross, but let me tell you, some of these lady on lady scenes is putting us guys like, damn, we need to do better. We need to train. We need to take notes here, because I ain't never seen a show that just really do a really good sex scene between the 2 ladies. And then in comparison to a man and a woman's sex scene, it's just the bare minimum, the bare average. But let me tell you, some of these ladies, and I know they're just actresses, so they're acting, but these ladies, what they're doing to each other on these sex scenes is quite amazing. And I've seen it because there's another show. Yes, applause for that. Another show we'll probably talk about next week is called Lioness. Zoe Saldana's show. There's a lot of sex scenes on female and female, and I'm just like, damn, like. I mean, I'm taking notes.
I was shocked. I wasn't shocked. Let me quit saying that. I was glued to the TV is what I'm trying to say.
I was like, oh.
Not shocked, but in awe.
I watched it so this show, parts of it I watched in our living room. Okay. And the little brother came down and he was like, what are you watching? Look, what you watching? I'm like, this is a show. It's just, you caught me watching a sex scene, but it's a show. It'll pass. You know, we grown folks. We know what's going on. But it's such a good show. And then the actress that plays Margot, Malin Ackerman, she's been in a lot of incredible things too. I do like it that Netflix, they're allowing Malin Ackerman coming back. Brittany Snow, she's been in some stuff, yes, but she took a break and now she's back. Down to newer people to me, like Madison Wolfe and Joyce Glenn. Madison Wolfe plays Abby, and Joyce Glenn plays Monet. And when I have a gripe though. So Joyce Glenn, she plays one of the friends, one of the 4 ladies. Yeah. Why her name got to be Monet? Why couldn't it not been Katie or Sherry? Or
I mean,
why they have to use the most black name?
Well, I mean, she is black, but I will say this: she does look like a Monet.
She does.
Yeah. But I also, like you said, I can see a Brittany.
I see
or
a Brittany
Ashley.
or I see an Ashley.
Yeah, but sometimes those,
I'm teasing.
names be overdone.
Yeah, I'm teasing, but it's just, I pick up on these things. And then you had it to where a side premise of the show, Brad, played by George Ferrier, he is a high school student, and it's amazing that Brad and what's the other young man's name? Chosen Jacobs, who plays Jamie.
I love his name, Chosen.
I like the name too.
Yeah.
Nice, he got a nice biopic for IMDb. I really like the black and white. These two gentlemen, probably grown adults, really, but they're playing high schoolers. And this is what I said about. I think I said this last week that these high schoolers look old. They looking old because these look like grown men. I thought they were grown men when I first saw the show, but then they play high school football. I'm like, oh, dang, like they're children. So there is a twist in the show to where Brad has a liking for Margot Banks, right? Margot Banks is one of the ladies that's grown. She's a full-fledged adult, but then she's having some moments with Brad.
Who's 18 teenager.
Who's actually a teenager. And then Sophie has a love interest for Jamie. So she like chocolate. Yeah. Right?
But they never actually do anything.
Yeah,
as
somewhat.
Kids, but still, yeah.
And then you had it to where Sophie had some things with Margot as well. Some love interest with Margot. Obviously, we just talked about it. So this show has a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah. And when you're talking about the sexual stuff, they also show something that doesn't get shown often in film and movies, but is actually happening. For those of you who have the Google, you can look up pegging.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you will find out exactly what that is. But they really, you get to a point where you see that between a husband and a wife. And so I was like, oh, they went there.
They did.
Oh, okay.
They did.
Like, it's something that happens behind closed doors. People just don't want to talk about it, but it happens. But they actually went there in this series. And I was like, but it ends, the way it ends, there definitely has to be a season 2.
Yeah, there is, because there's, and we don't want to spoil too much, but Sophie, Brittany Snow's character, there's more to her. Yeah. It's not just her moving to Texas with her husband, right? She was drinking and driving, and she got into a bad accident. She killed somebody, right? So now she's trying to escape that from Boston. Spoiler alert! I'm sorry. I mean, it's hard to do a review when you can't, when you try not to spoil too much. But she moves from Boston to Texas. And now she's trying to navigate this thing called life, because the things that she did back in Boston haunts her. Yeah. Now, so that there's a lot of twists and turns in this show that just really, I think it does really justice. I love Netflix, but I'm gonna joke on Netflix. It's scary with shows with Netflix because you don't know if they're gonna get renewed. This show is a banger to me. I love it. But then Netflix say, hey, the numbers don't show up, we're gonna have to cancel. Yeah. So that's just like the scary thing with these streaming networks. Is all about the numbers. It's not about it being a fantastic good show. But Hunting Wives, y'all, it is available on Netflix. Watch this one. You're gonna like this one. Yeah, it's binge worthy for sure.
You're like, what?
And you're like, what is going on here? Wow. But
just to
what had happened was
change gears and end on a positive note on something very specific to Kennedy. He kind of brought it up at the beginning. We're going to talk about, your documentary that you're doing. We're going to close out with that story. So go ahead and tell
us.
What had happened was, so ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are working on a new documentary. It is called Dear Isaiah. Yeah. And I have the privilege to work on this one and to talk a little bit more about it. So Dear Isaiah is a part of the Isaiah Stewart Foundation, which I'm a board member of.
Come on, board member.
Yeah.
Tell ya, we got
things.
We got titles over here.
We do. So that foundation. So our business partner Tony Stewart, his son passed away from sickle cell 6 years ago, and he's writing a book about raising Isaiah during sickle cell, and the awareness of that, and the trials, the tribulations, the traumas that Tony had to endeavor. So when we met Tony and we talked about it, and he saw, of course, my films. I've got about 10 movies on Prime and other platforms as well. I said, this would be a great documentary. So we're working on the documentary to kind of tell a story of sickle cell awareness. And it's called Dear Isaiah is because we're writing letters as if we're talking to Isaiah and other people with sickle cell awareness. We've got so many interviews processed and filmed into this. We're traveling to Texas potentially next month to meet with some people up there in Texas with their sickle cell awareness. Went to the sickle cell sanctuary here in Atlanta. We're going to be doing their 5K race in September as well. So it's just a lot of moving pieces with it. We've got original theme song for the movie.
Okay.
We're going to have it pushed back a month. We were supposed to debut it in September 13th, but we're pushing it back by a month because we got other interviewers and other people coming in for that as well. So guys, stay tuned for social media as we post behind the scene content, because I do think this documentary will be the one for Kennedy Lucas Films, but just kind of help spread awareness. We're actually interviewing my friend Nika, shout out to Nika, on Wednesday because she has sickle cell. So it is just one of those things that we're going down into, and we hope that when the movie comes out, documentary comes out, people will love it and understand our story. We've got my guy Brian Cooper. That's a part. He's going to do part of narration. And then we've got interviews in. So it's going to be really, really amazing. So that's what we got cooking up right now. I know a lot of people did ask, hey, when's the next movie? This is the next new one that's coming out for sure.
I look forward to watching that. I told you before, there was a series. It was on Netflix at one point, and it was called like Supercell, or there it is, it's Supercell.
I remember.
And I watched it, and that was the premise of it. It was based off of like, I'm trying to say, sickle cell. It's this crippling disease that often puts, and it affects African Americans at a more, disproportionate rate than anybody else. And essentially, for those, just to give a little medical background of what sickle cell means. So you have red blood cells. And those red blood cells are what carries oxygen in your blood. And it carries oxygen, through your muscles and all that kind of stuff. So sickling of those cells are usually round. So when they sickle, they take the shape of what looks like a crescent moon. So they're no longer big and round, they're more crescent. So now your ability to carry more oxygen in the blood, it decreases because you don't have the full capacity to carry. So a lot of times when they go to sickle cell crisis, they're in excruciating pain because you're not getting oxygen to your muscle, you're cramping, and you're, all that kind of stuff when you're having a crisis. So it's seen as like this weakening syndrome. Well, in Supercell, this particular movie that I was telling you about, it was a TV series. They take sickle cell and they have it in black people and make it superpowers.
I've seen.
That these people that have these superpowers, one or both of their parents carry the sickle cell trait, and so they end up with these superpowers. And it is an amazing series. It is on Netflix, and it's not super, it's super. So SUPACELL. If you get a chance to watch it, please do.
Yeah, it's good.
Matter of fact, oh my goodness.
What happened?
Season 2 is premiere. I just saw this, y'all. So I got excited.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Season 2 premieres August 20th, 2025. Baby,
that's like next
up.
week. Yeah,
that's
next
coming up.
week. Yeah.
That's coming up. That's Wednesday. Evelyn, don't binge watch this thing all one day.
Yeah, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
It comes out Wednesday, season 2.
That's good.
So if you want to watch it, go ahead and watch season 1 on Netflix. Catch up. It's a great series. It's an all-black cast. Because of
wait, say that again?
It's a black cast, predominantly black cast. The leads, right? And it's set in like England, Britain, somewhere, because they got a British accent, like an English accent, I guess. So that's where it's set at. But you won't have any problems with understanding what's all happening.
It's really good.
But each of the people have a different superpower. And it's phenomenal, like how they end up coming together and stuff like that. And you find out what the villains are doing, trying to test these people and things. It's a good series. So Boy, I'm glad I saw that. I'm about to
glad we talked about it.
I'm about to have been. But, you know, on that note, that's all we have for today.
That's all we got. What happened was.
So thank y'all for tuning in. You know, we always appreciate you here at the studio of.
What had happened was.
Yes.
Ow. Yeah. Ha. Hit me one time. Hit me two times.
What had happened was.
With your host, your girl Evelyn Letitia. One time on the ones and twos. Woo! That made me feel good, baby. And my boy, K.L.P. Kennedy, Lucas Patterson.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
What had happened was.
Hey.
What had happened was.
Huh. And we out. See you next time.
Yeah,
What had happened was.
Made in Georgia.
Atlanta, live from K.L.P. Studios. Ever wonder what went down behind the scenes of our top stories?
Say what?
Then tune into What Had Happened Was, the only radio station that takes you straight to the source. From coast to coast, tune in now as we dive deep into the stories, the drama, and the moments that shape the culture with
The swanky one, new K.L.P.
and
With your girl, Evelyn Letitia.
live, Swanky 93.3 and the Heat 94.6 radio stations, or wherever you get your podcasts from.